Hey guys, welcome to our sneak peek. I am Danielle McKean and I am ecstatic to share with you guys the most common questions and concerns that y'all have. Like, how much time is this going to take? Like, can I make an income? How do I make an income? Do I have to sell and push products? I don't know a lot of people. Like, who would be interested? How do I branch out and get started? Things like that. I'm going to go over and power through a lot of what you guys asked and some of your fears and reserves. So I want to take away all of your fears right now. And let's talk about how much time this is going to take. Okay. Because I want to be straight up with you guys about all of this. I wanted to know this stuff when I first started and before I got into it. And we have all felt the same way. All coaches. So all of your concerns and questions and fears are all valid, right? So it really depends on what you're coming into this business for, the time that's required, right? And it's up to you. The ball's in your court. That's the beauty of this. You get to decide. But if you tell me or your coach that you want to make a full-time income, you want to retire from your job, you want to be home for your kids, you want to make X amount, you want to go on vacations, you want to, pay off loans. Like, that's all easy to say, and I said a lot of that too. Let me ask you, what are you willing to put into action, right? Because we're going to give you everything you need to succeed in this business once you sign up. It really depends on how much you show up and what you put into it, okay? So a little background on me. When I started this business, I was a mom of 2 girls. Now I'm a mom of 3. They were both in diapers. I was working as a hairstylist full-time. My husband was working full-time. We were in this rat race, I call it, like a hamster on a hamster wheel, just nonstop in the thick of life, trying to make ends meet, struggling financially. Life was a struggle. So I also felt like I lost myself as a postpartum mom, right? Kind of went through anxiety and depression, and I just wanted to feel better. I was already about 9 months postpartum when I got into this, and I signed up through a friend. She was raving about this, and I said, I want confidence. I want to feel better. I've been trying to go to all these boot camps and gyms and spending money we didn't have, trying to lose the weight, and still 9 months later, still feeling sluggish, feeling like I needed to lose the weight, and just wanted to feel better emotionally, physically, spiritually, because I think you kind of lose yourself as a mom sometimes. At least that's what happened with me, and I wanted something, I could pinpoint what it was. And so I went all in with a program and I felt incredible. I literally got in the best shape of my life, even better shape than I was before kids. And I felt great in all areas of my life. I felt like I was happier in my marriage. I was stronger, more confident, just happier as a mom. Like, just every area started to elevate. And it felt good because I felt good. And if mom feels good, everybody does. You're just like more graceful in how you respond to things. And when you're confident and you have confidence radiating, it's like you take on things so much better. Life better, right? And so the accountability group was life-changing in the sense that there were other women going through the same things I was, and we were just holding each other accountable. And I lacked community. I think too, when I was younger, I was in sports and I loved the camaraderie and the community of those things. And when you become a mom, you give up a lot, right? And so this was like a community piece that I was like, I love this. Like, I was becoming addicted to sharing my journey in our challenge group. And so I loved it. And so when I started coaching, I was full-time hairstylist, right? So I fit this in during the pockets, guys. When color was processing early in the morning, when the girls were still sleeping, and at night when they go to sleep, and I would just fit it in here and there during the pockets of posting in my challenge group and checking in, and slowly started to share about the coaching and my journey, right, on public social media. And it was naturally, it wasn't all at once. So let's talk about the time that's required to put into this. I know that's a big concern, is I don't have time. Yes, you do. So I didn't count my workout as my power hour because I was going to do that anyway. What is a power hour? It's basically you sit down for a full hour and you work your business with the activity tracker that we give you. And I do that now, but I didn't do that in the beginning. It was just those little power pockets during the day that I carved out, okay? And every day looked, very different, but with a calendar, I wrote it in when I was gonna do it and I made it happen. I was very intentional, okay? But as my business evolved and it has grown to a multi-six-figure business, I now do those full power hours. Like tonight, I'm doing a call, a training, and we're all working together. And it's just cool, the camaraderie and community that we do this together. You never feel like you're alone. So I help my team and we do trainings and things like that. It has evolved, which is crazy because I never said I wanted to be that coach, right? I have the confidence and belief in myself, but it just evolved over time. Just like your fitness journey, you just brick by brick, you build and you lose and you feel great. And it just evolves to so much more. And so I'm going to share two things that we do as coaches that are the most important things. Number one is we are focusing on our own journey. That's always the foundation, right? 80-90% of my business is focusing on myself. Personal development, my health and fitness program, great nutrition, drinking my water, sharing in my challenge group, sharing on social media. Like that's most of your journey is you becoming the best version of yourself and being a product of the product, right? Because if you're not being a product of the product, people will see that somebody else is, right? They want to see that you're getting results. They want to see progress. Do you have to have a six-pack? No. Do you have to look perfect? No. But you have to be showing progress, that this is working, right? That some type of transformation is taking place. So the second way that we are successful as coaches is that we invite, right? And we'll get into how this is not selling, because I think of inviting, and I did, and I thought, I gotta sell. No. We're gonna teach you how to share your journey in a really natural way, just like you would a product that you love, right? That you buy at a store or a restaurant you go to, or, a place over here, or a little like headband that you tell your friend about. Like, it's just a natural way of being a storyteller. And there's a saying, stories sell and facts tell. We're not sharing facts about this journey. We are sharing our stories authentically, and that's how you draw people in to invite, okay? So a big concern is salesy. Am I going to be salesy? I don't want to be salesy. I got to say, I don't want to be salesy either, guys, at all. When I was a hairstylist, I had to push product, and it felt icky. It felt weird. It didn't feel like who I am. But I've learned that behind the word sale is a story, okay? And so we teach you how not to be annoying on social media and how not to push your family and friends. We teach you how to share your story. And the story is the compelling piece to this, because you have a story that I don't have, and someone's going to relate to your story over my story, right? You're going to help them through something they're going through in their life that I can't help them through, because your story is just perfectly designed for you. Okay, so we'll go over that more, but we're going to step you through our new coach bootcamp, which teaches you how to roll this out in a very natural way. One post a day to help you move forward. We do want you to dedicate 30 minutes to an hour a day. Like, that's nothing. 30 minutes is like a simple workout, right? It goes by like this. And that's it. And we guide you along the way. We help you make connections. We help you with your invites daily. And I gotta say, if you have loved this journey, if you've already experienced the community, like, you're not going to feel weird or icky or salesy asking others to join you. It's just passion coming out. And that's what I felt, is that I had passion when I was going through my journey in the beginning. And I was recommending something that was working for me, right? Because when you fall in love with something, like, you can't help but share it. And so that's how I see salesy as, is just you're being a storyteller and you're sharing. Right? Say you're consistent on social media right now, just sharing your life and journey. I'm pretty sure if you go back and look, you have fans. You have people that are showing love and commenting and there for you, right? Imagine you adding in a little bit of your health and fitness journey as well. Like, they're going to support you. They're going to be there for you. And they're going to want to join you. It's just a matter of you reaching out and connecting and making that happen. So when did my business take a shift? Because it was a major shift, is when I did fall in love. And I told you my life was changing. I felt like I had the community. I got in the best shape. Like, I felt like I was a fan of this and I was going to stick around, because this was the missing link that I needed in my life as a postpartum mom to save me time and money and just like all the other components to it. But I'm going to get into, how do you make an income with this business? So a lot of people want to know, it's like the big elephant in the room. There are 3 ways to earn, and it's crazy. I got to say before I get into it is that when I was showing up in my challenge group and sharing naturally on social media. And I shared before I was a coach because I just was excited. My coach was like, you're doing what coaches do. You're just not getting paid for it. Like, you're working for free. And I'm like, no way, like, for real? And so I opened my mind and I'm like, well, let me learn more, and that's how I got into a group like this and learn more. But it started with just sharing naturally. And then realizing that, hey, I can build my family's dream life and legacy with doing something like this. So the first way that we earn is commission-based, which is you building your customer base. You earn 30% off of our products when you sell them. So say you sell a challenge pack for $160, you're making $50. So our goal every month is 3 to 5 people. That compounds. So you can make anywhere from $150 to $500 depending on how many people you help. So say the second month, you can make a lot more because the month one, the people could stay on some of our products and you could make double. And then imagine a year, it starts to really compound to a really big customer base and commission base. So the second way that we earn, which is majority of my income right now, which means downline commission. So as you build a team and your coaches build a team and you're attracting like-minded people, there is a downline bonus that you get, which is really cool every week. So we take our challengers and say they love it. We say, hey, do you want a discount? Do you want to take a look at the opportunity and see what it's about? Because guess what? You're doing what I'm doing. You're just not getting paid, right? And we're bold and we have confidence and we help our challengers and we convert them to coaches. And that's how we grow our team, right? And it takes time, but we help step you through that. So most of my income, like I said, is this residual income, this freedom, this passive income that you hear about, maybe other coaches talking about, which basically means I could go on vacation for a month and I'm still getting paid every single week consistently, but I'm not necessarily selling anything. That's so cool because as a hairstylist, I had to show up to work or I wasn't getting paid. The same with corporate America or any job. If you don't show up, you're not getting paid, right? There's a cap on how much you can make. There's a cap on your time freedom. There's a cap on everything. There's no cap on this business model. This comp plan is incredible, and that's why I'm so in love with it and why I'm passionate about sharing it, because everybody wants more time and income freedom. Time we can never get back. And so if a business could give you time with your loved ones, yeah, it's going to take hard work and you making sacrifices, but if it could ultimately give you more time, I am all in, right? So the third way that we earn is quarterly bonuses. This just means that you're earning a bonus every quarter just for hitting a rank in the company. So I'm not going to get into it too much, but it's just cool that you could advance your business and not just make commissions or cycle bonuses. You could make like quarterly big bonuses just off ranks by advancing your business. And we don't go into it too much or teach it to you too much because we feel like we want you to get the foundation of this business like in your head like clockwork, and we work you up from there and it can evolve over time. So let's go back to a couple of questions. What if you don't know a lot of people? Okay, I know this is a common thing, and I have to say, like, I only had a couple hundred friends on Facebook, and I didn't even have Instagram at the time, and I just slowly built it up. It took time, right? Just by sharing my journey, connecting with new people. I connected with old high school friends and people that were in my circle from church and things like that. So now I have like over 4,000, and it's taken time. I mean, it's 7 years. You got to think from like 100 to 200 to a little over 4,000. Like, that didn't happen at once. It was just little by little. And so I opened Instagram maybe only a couple years ago, and I've slowly been building that as well. But it takes time. This is such a journey. But we teach you how to share just in a natural way, and just power through those fears of just like sharing positivity and sharing inspiration that everyone needs in such a dark world. And as you share, I think that builds confidence. Right? Action breeds confidence. And inaction breeds fear. So you gotta show up and share your story and help impact one person, and share authentically. As I started to share, I said, I'm going to put aside the opinions of others, and I'm going to share authentically who I am, my progress, my journey, my struggles, my strengths, what's helping me, my postpartum anxiety, depression, all of that. And I realized I brought people along the way that also struggled with things and that needed that same inspiration in their life, right? But over like this span of 7 years, I've had to grow through personal development to put aside the opinions of others. And I realized opinions can never pay my bills and will never get my family to where we want to go, right? So I had to let that go and realize this is my journey. It's not anyone else's. I'm going to bring my unique self to the table, whether people like it or not. So when you feel like you don't have anyone to invite, like there's so many people out there in the world, guys. Like, yes, you have your family and friends. Yes, you have people you once knew, but there is a whole world of millions of people that you have yet to connect with on a really cool level just by connecting with them. And we teach you how to run like free groups to connect with new like-minded people. We're about to run a free group as a team on just a fitness expo, right? Just try out our workouts for free. Try the nutrition out, the sampler packs. If you want, just try it out first before you start, right? So that is like how you connect with people, is just bringing them in, showing them your life, inviting them maybe to a free group or to a regular boot camp. There is something I hear a lot that I want to address is this saturated? Like there's so many coaches, there's like so many this and that. Let me tell you, everything is saturated, from realtors to nurses to hairstylists to teachers. Like if you look at every profession, it is saturated. But the one difference maker, and I once heard this, is you. You're not in it to share your unique story that someone's going to relate to and want to join for you, not me, not the person next to you, but you. And so that's the difference maker from the whole saturated mindset, is that no, you haven't put your unique flair on it. We need you here, right? So we help you get this started and inviting people by, writing a list of 20 people, going to your IG friends or Facebook and saying, hey, so-and-so, I started this new fitness program and I've been feeling great. I've lost X amount, feeling so much better. I have more energy for my kids. I'm putting together a virtual boot camp and I'm so excited about it. Would you be interested in taking a look at it? So simple, like that's it. And we give you the scripts for everything. We have it already in files. We have team files. You literally like have it handed to you, okay? So I gotta be honest with you, is that in the beginning, it was hard for me to share it with my closest family and friends, right? That's why I say there's millions of people out there, because I think it's hard because you think that they're gonna think that you're trying to sell or push products to them in that way. But I found that it's so much easier to share on social media with people that maybe I didn't know, or maybe friends I once knew from circles, and I knew that they were seeing my journey and that they could reach out to me at any given point if they wanted to join me, right? I was making sure I showed up every day. I was making new connections daily and showing love. And we always say 5 to 7 new connections and invites daily is what's gonna get this ball rolling. So like there is ways around all these things that you might fear or have doubts. But if you just start with sharing your journey, like people are going to want to be a part of it, right? You're sharing positivity, you're sharing authentically, you're sharing changes emotionally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, right? That are happening. You're sharing how you're fitting this in as a busy mom, working woman, how you have more energy, and people like, they want to know like what value is added to their life because they want value added to their life. So it's just like a really cool thing. You get to be this beacon of light in this dark world. And like, that's what I think of when I think of coaching, is that we're just a beacon of light to everybody around us. We're just happy influencers. And when you are that, you radiate that back to you. The law of attraction, I definitely, I see how that can happen. I've seen it in my own journey. So you're never alone in this journey, guys. You always have your coach, your team to give you everything you need to equip you. If you feel like you want to run your own challenge group, great. We have guides for you. You can pre-schedule them, but you don't need to do any of that. You just join your coach, do what you feel comfortable with, and we're here to just guide you along the way. So if you have any questions, comment below. I hope this helps you. See you later.